People often ask me what my favorite packs for The Sims 4 are, so here is my tier list of all of The Sims 4 packs and DLC that is available to date. I'm going to do this in 4 different videos. This video is for expansion packs. And so here is the tier list that I'm working with. I have 5 categories, which are Simtacular, Amazing, Better than Bad, Could Be Better, and Delete. First, we're going to do all of the expansion packs, and we're starting with the very first one, which is Get to Work. And I think Get to Work is a really good pack. I like the active careers that it comes with, especially the scientist career. I really love that one. I like how the hospital is accessible whenever your sim has a child, not just when you play the doctor career. But what I don't like is the world that comes with Get to Work, Magnolia Promenade. It's probably the worst world in the entire game, and there's really nothing to do other than interact with the 4 lots that are there. Get to Work also comes with a retail system where you can run your own retail stores, and that's really nice. I enjoy that, but overall, as an expansion pack, I can't put it in an S tier, so we're just gonna put it in the B tier. It's better than bad, but it's not great. Next, we have Get Together, and this is probably one of my favorite expansion packs. Not only does it come with a huge world, they certainly heard the criticism from Get to Work on that one, but it also comes with some really great pre-made sims. And I really like the club system that comes with Get Together. I'm gonna put it up in Simtacular. And next we have City Living. This was a really big and ambitious pack. It introduced apartments and an urban environment. We got a bunch of new sims with this expansion pack, 3 new careers, a bunch of wall art, which is always helpful in this game. But honestly, the best part of City Living is the world of San Myshuno. The city is always bustling, it's very lively, something is always happening. Honestly, this is my favorite expansion pack for The Sims 4. Not my favorite pack, but my favorite expansion pack, and we're gonna go ahead and put that all the way up at the top of the list in Simtacular. And the next pack is Cats and Dogs. Honestly, it's better than bad, and it's better than Get to Work because it has a much better world. The reason why I put it in the B tier and not higher is because this is where The Sims 4 really started to show its cash grabbiness. In The Sims 3, we didn't have a Cats and Dogs expansion pack. We had a Pets expansion pack that also came with horses and small animals. But in The Sims 4, we only got cats and dogs. There are no horses with this pack. There are no small animals with this pack. Those items were instead repurposed for their own DLC packs. So to get all of the same content that you got with The Sims 3 Pets, you have to buy like 3 or 4 different pieces of DLC with The Sims 4. It's just ridiculous. All of those things should have been in one pack. It does, however, come with the veterinarian career, and I do really like that, and I also really like the world of Brindleton Bay, so that's why it's not down farther on the list. Up next is The Sims 4 Seasons. Now, this pack is interesting because it's an expansion pack that doesn't come with a new world. But that said, it does provide an overhaul to every world that is in the game, including all of the worlds from the various expansion packs and game packs. It adds weather, it adds rain and snow, and I'm also really not a fan of the fact that weather is not in the base game. We have had a Seasons pack for now The Sims 2, The Sims 3, and The Sims 4. Just make this a base game feature already. Also, since this pack doesn't come with a new world, it doesn't come with any new Sims either. Well, it comes with a few NPCs like Father Winter and the Flower Bunny, but it doesn't come with any new townies, which is a huge letdown because there are a bunch of Create-A-Sim assets in this pack. But instead of shipping the Seasons expansion pack with any pre-made Sims, EA just uploaded new Sims to the gallery and expected players to download them into their game manually. I'm debating putting this in Delete, honestly, but I'm gonna put it at the bottom of Could Be Better. Up next, we have Get Famous. And honestly, I do really like this pack. This includes a new fame system where your Sims can get famous from a variety of things, including the new acting career that comes with this pack. Sims can also live stream and make videos that they post on the internet with this pack, and the new world of Del Sol Valley is okay. It's passable, okay? It's better than not getting a world like we did in Seasons, and it's better than the world that we got with Get to Work. But please understand, with that comparison, the bar is on the floor. But we do have some questionable builds in this pack, including a house that has no toilets and the infamously ugly Judith Ward house. Honestly, the Sims team was in their flop era with builds here, and I gotta ding them for that. And so I'm putting Get to Work in the amazing category. Up next is Island Living. This expansion pack brings a new world called Sulani, and it's very obviously based on Hawaii. And it also includes mermaids, which were really poorly implemented. Most of the other occults in The Sims 4, like vampires and spellcasters and werewolves, are really well implemented, but mermaids, they did mermaids dirty. The build buy catalog for Island Living is really nice. I like all of the wicker and wood tones, and the fact that there are lots that are on the water and you can build on the water is a really nice touch. The Create a Sim is what you'd expect. It does the job. I'm gonna go ahead and rank Island Living in the A tier for amazing. And the next expansion pack we're looking at is Discover University. This is an interesting one. It comes with a new world called Brightchester, where there are 2 rival universities. Attending university is a full-time job, and your Sims can either do that in student housing or at home. And this pack also brings servos, a craftable robot that has fewer needs than most Sims, but their needs are specialized, like maintenance and recharging. And I'm gonna put Discover University in the B tier above Cats and Dogs. Next, we have Eco Lifestyle. I'm just gonna drop that into D tier and move on. No, actually, I'll spend a little time talking about it. Pretty much all of the gameplay mechanics that are introduced with Eco Lifestyle, I think are annoying. I don't like any of them. I don't like the neighborhood action plans. I think they're annoying, and most of them are disruptive to gameplay rather than adding to it. And the clean or smoggy air dynamic in the game is just a recycling of the dystopian or utopian future mechanic from The Sims 3 into the future. The world is okay, and it does come with some new apartments, but these apartments are broken. The only thing I really like about the Eco Lifestyle expansion pack is some of the Create a Sim assets and some of the pre-made Sims. Up next, we have Snowy Escape. Finally, the Sims team has left their flop era with builds, and now they're using Simmers for their pre-made builds instead. The world of Mount Komorebi is beautiful. There really is a lot to do in this world. It feels very lived in and very alive, and I really like the fact that you can go up to the top of the mountain. But unfortunately, I don't really find myself playing with the Snowy Escape pack all that much. And as much praise as I give it, I don't really use it a lot. I do use the build buy objects a lot, but I almost never build in Mount Komorebi. And I also largely ignore the lifestyles feature that came with this pack. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the B tier just below Discover University. Up next, we have Cottage Living. This is your cottage core pack. This is your English countryside pack. This is your farm pack. It gives us chickens and cows and llamas. If you like games like Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing and Harvest Moon, then Cottage Living is definitely the pack for you. The world of Henford on Bagley is beautiful, and the Sims team really went the extra mile here. Of course, this comes with a bunch of new Sims, including the return of one of the most iconic NPCs in the entire Sims franchise, Agnes Crumplebottom. And I'm gonna go ahead and place Cottage Living in the S tier. Up next, we have High School Years, which is a pack dedicated entirely to high school and teenagers. And this pack was a big letdown. In the trailer, they showed us a really lively and beautiful high school, and then the game shipped with a potato of a high school. Players can bulldoze and rebuild that high school however they like. However, there is only one high school lot located in the world of Copperdale that comes with the High School Years expansion pack. The gameplay itself is kind of boring. Once you've played one day of high school, you've played every day of high school. They are all the same. There's no variation from day to day. And it's really weird how you get pop-ups about all of these exciting things that your sim is supposedly doing in class while you watch them sit there and do absolutely nothing. But the biggest criticism I have for the High School Years expansion pack is that it and the next expansion pack should have been combined. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put the High School Years expansion pack all the way down in delete. Yeah, there's things from the pack that I like, but just overall, I think it's a bad pack. Up next, we have The Sims 4 Growing Together. Now, like I said, I feel like this pack and the High School Years pack should have been combined into one pack. In The Sims 3, we had a Generations expansion pack, and for The Sims 4, Growing Together was touted as the Generations pack. Not only that, but at this point, there's also the Parenthood game pack, which includes a lot of parenting and family gameplay. I just feel like Growing Together, Parenthood, and High School Years should have been one pack. And yes, I know that the big selling point for Growing Together is infants. They added infants to the base game, and then they released an entire expansion pack to give gameplay to infants. And it makes me feel like the only reason infants were added to the base game was to sell this pack. So again, I'm putting this one down in delete. And finally, we have the Horse Ranch expansion pack. And I have feelings about this one because I do enjoy this pack. I like playing with it. I have fun with it. But I feel like this pack is made entirely out of features that should have been in other packs. Horses, for example, should have been combined with the Cats and Dogs pack to make a Pets pack. All of the farming and the baby goats and the baby sheep should have been included in Cottage Living, and the nectar making should have come with My Wedding Stories. I feel like this pack is just a bunch of cut features from other packs that were slapped together for a quick buck. And there are some things that I do really like about this pack. I really like the introduction of Roberto Crinkletop and his story and how he's connected to Agnes Crumplebottom. And I do really like the world of Chestnut Ridge. I think it was really well thought out, and it very much suits horseback riding. But I just don't think this should have been an expansion pack. But like I said, I have fun playing it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this one in could be better. And there you have it. This is my tier list for all of the Sims 4 expansion packs. What do you think of my tier list? Do you agree with how I ranked everything? Would you have done it differently? Tell me about it in the comments. And make sure you come back for the next video where I rank all of the Sims 4 game packs. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.